So today I decided to share my experience, having gone through it all, to be able to help you and guide you to navigate the career choices you may need to make. The first one is the fact that there are questions you need to ask yourself. Beyond your passion, what are you good at? So, passion presupposes that there are things you love and things you want. Sometimes it's a name, or sometimes it's an experience you've had. Maybe you have one of your favorite teachers while you were in school, and then somehow you now feel you're passionate, you want to be like this woman, you want to inspire other people and all that. But honestly, ask yourself, what are you good at? What am I good at? What are people saying that I'm good at as well? Because at the end of the day, career and life in general is service to people, service to what other people believe in. And so it's not something that you should just downplay on the issue of this is my passion, even though the passion is seeming like something that, of course, you don't really have the skills for it. You just like the name, or you just like the people that do those kind of things, right? So tell yourself, ask yourself honestly, what am I good at? Number two is that, what do people say I'm good at? Most times we're not able to see ourselves, we're not able to understand what would really do us, what will serve us well, because of the fact that we are looking at our lives from a mirrored perspective. Nobody sees himself as the worst case scenario. You always see the very best in you. It's people oftentimes that will be able to tell and say, this thing is something you are not so good at. You should work on this, you should work on that. And they see you in your most authentic self, especially when you're not trying to impress anybody. They see your everydayness. And so because of that, they're able to genuinely look at you and tell you that, hey, you are good at this thing. Why don't you think about pursuing a career in this? For some of us, we found ourselves in the career path we are right now because people saw the things that they were able to pin it in us, and are like, Carolina, you're a very good communicator. Have you considered doing something in that light? And some other times, and all of that in between, right? So you want to ask yourself, what are people saying that I'm good at? Number three, you need to also ask the $1,000,000 question. What do I need to do to become the person that these people are saying? Because most times they'll see a version of you that is not yet formed, a version of you that is still under development. If you are able to honestly take feedback and then you sit back and say, okay, what are the skills I need to become this person? Thankfully, most times right now is that we're in an age where anything is possible. You can learn anything on the internet. So you don't necessarily need to have all the money you require and all the skills you require to start out. So it's something that you can start out with where you are and then grow eventually as you keep evolving, right? So you want to ask yourself, what are the skills I need to do? What are trainings I need to do? Are there people I need to talk to? Are there conferences I need to attend? Are there seminars I need to pay for? And please, the sooner you start paying for conferences and seminars to better broaden your vision of the world and of everything that is existing, the better for you, the better the exposure you get, the better people's experiences you will come into that you would have no business coming into in the first place. Okay. Number four, define by asking those that are already in that career perspective or that career field. Don't sit back and be imagining things when you can easily get an answer from somebody that is doing that thing already. And this is one thing that I wish I did earlier, all because of this myth of chase your passion, do this and do that. I started out having studied engineering. I started my career in teaching, right? And it's not because teaching is bad. Don't get me wrong, okay? But then there's something about the third word that if you're not careful, you chase passion without profitability. And then when the situations of life come knocking hard on you, when you are now face to face with the consequences of the decisions you are making, you would tell yourself that if I knew better, I would have done better, right? So if it is possible, which I know it is, look for somebody that is already in that career path, somebody that is already doing those things you want to do, and ask the person honestly, how is your day-to-day like? Are there things you regret? Are there things you would have done better? Are there things that even if you still would have been in this career path, are there things you would have learned that you believe that would have been a better launch pad for you? So you're starting out on somebody's 10, 20 years of experience that you cannot buy with your money and that you cannot use your time to do, okay? So look for someone that is already in that field and ask questions. Ask them to see what their day-to-day is like. If it's possible, go out with them on a day and spend an entire day. That was what defined it for me. That was what defined the fact that there are some career paths that I know I can never even think about becoming, right? Because I at a point in time I now went and experienced what these people go through on a day-to-day basis. I now understand, oh wow, so this is what my day-to-day would look like if I decide to continue to follow this whole thing or follow your passion. Look at the financial part as well. And hey, it's something that nobody talks about or talks about enough. People may talk about it, but they don't talk about it enough. They make it seem like because you follow your passion, your financial goals will be met and you just naturally walk in affluence. And it's not true. Honestly speaking, it's not true. If there are certain climes where that would work, where you have social security and all that, unfortunately, we're Africans and we don't have that. And so you must come to the point where whatever it is you are chasing as a passion must have, you must have the proficiency in it. You must have the potential to develop better, even with the proficiency you already have. And it must have profitability also as part of the toolkit you are looking at. You are not blindly looking at chase your passion, chase your this. I'm not against passion, but then I'm passionate about the fact that people don't talk about it enough, that passion alone cannot fund your biz. Passion alone will not get the job done. Okay, so spend a day in their lives and experience them. If it is possible, if the person is willing to share, ask them their financial regrets, if they have any, and what they are doing to cushion the effects of it, especially in this economy. Number 5, know that your job can take over your life. And so in making a career choice, this is something that you're going to spend a minimum of 8 hours. Of course, they often say it's 8 hours. But then, yes, I resume my work by 8. It's an 8 to 5, which should be 8 hours in quotes. But then 8 to 5 is okay with an hour break. So 8 hours of work and then an hour in between as break. But then honestly, is it really an 8 to 5? Do I just wake up in the office and see myself in the office and I'm working already? No. So oftentimes, I live in a busy city, Lagos, for example. You would commute there. You would take your bath first. You would prepare your meals. So basically your job can take over your life. And so in making the decision for a job, I don't want you to come to the point where you are just looking at only the fanciful part. Ensure that it's something that you are going to do and you are happy doing it, right? I'm not saying that you are passionate about it because there are other key indices that you're looking at. Ensure it's something that is valuable. You are impacting, you do that thing and you know that I am solving a problem. I'm fulfilling a need in design by creation and I'm using my giftings and I'm being paid while I'm doing that. Okay. Then number 6, as far as career is concerned, you're not going to know in detail how it will pan out. So don't feel bad that you still don't know what you really want yet. People are talking about, oh, when I'm done, I become a software engineer, I will do this, I'll do that. If you don't have it all together yet, I am here to tell you that even the very best of us, most times, we keep re-evolving. We keep trying to understand what we want to do. The entire idea of you should know what you want to do with your life by now is a false thing. And sometimes religion pushes it on us so that there is a destiny if you're not in this and there is the will of God and all that. Oftentimes the will of God is evolving. I've read my Bible. I am a believer too and I'm passionate about my faith. But I'm also passionate about the fact that I know that our career path is evolving. It's not something that you would understand from the get-go that this is the way it will turn out to be. For example, if you read your Bible so well, I don't think that when Moses started out being brought up in the house of Pharaoh, he had an idea that, oh, one day he's going to go and stay with somebody, he's going to encounter God. And so things would keep coming as you keep making progress. So don't be shy or don't be bullied into what should my career be about and fixated on it such that you waste all your time trying to find what is not lost. live your life. In the daily, everyday living of your life, your purpose will play out, and then, of course, you meet things, you make changes and all that, and everything will just look, will find a place. Eventually, everything will pan out. So don't become that person who is so fixated on what I want to do right now. Am I in the will of God? Am I outside the will and all that? People say those things all the time, but that doesn't really mean that it is true, okay? So don't be under pressure to know that you need to know where you are going right now. Number 7, if you are in a university already, which some of you are, please ensure that you put in your very best. Graduate well, build skills, build relevant relationships, network intentionally. I can't say that enough. Network intentionally is very critical. The workplace thrives on collaboration. Even though you may think that your school thrives on competition, you're not in competition with anybody. Make your good grades, yes, but then it's not because of somebody else. And don't keep holding knowledge, because some persons, because they want to be the best graduating student, unfortunately, that best graduating student role and title is going to end in the next, give it 5 years. Nobody will really remember, okay? But then the way you treated people, the people you were able to honestly use your skill to affect and to help, are going to be the people that will mention you in rooms where it becomes necessary. So I wish I knew this earlier, of course. So in finding a career that you genuinely love, you want to look back and see a network of people that are family. I have that, and I won't trade it for anything, honestly. The kind of people I met in school and the kind of network I now have built, being in school and all that, is something that I don't take for granted, and it's something I wish I had even started earlier. So in uni, graduate well, but then build relevant skills, network intentionally. That should be number 7 now, or number 8. I think I lost count. Don't be afraid to make changes if necessary when you do discover. Making changes, I'm not saying that you'd quit your course and say, oh, I don't have a flair for this thing again and all that. No. Graduate well with that course. And from that course, you can now do certifications and pivots. Your life will keep evolving. The things I liked 10 years ago are not the things I like right now. And I'm very sure that the things I like right now are still going to change. Okay? So be open to make changes. You are not your fears. The fear of making changes is what keeps most people where they are. You are not your fears. Make changes. The only thing is, either you learn from the changes or you grow. Honestly, that's the worst thing that can happen. I've seen people that are held back and wasting time in a particular position just because of the fact that they are afraid of what if this thing doesn't turn out well? What if after doing all of these things I don't like this career? What if so many what ifs? What ifs will not solve the problem. Living daily, intentionally networking, building your skill set, understanding what you're in school for would help you leverage everything that school gives. I honestly just wish you know that your education is beyond the 4 walls, and whatever you choose to do with it, that 4 years, is going to build in you skills that are transferable. The reason why most times recruiters look for people that have good grades is because they believe that the skills you learned, self-discipline, time management, understanding when to study, giving what you are required to give, and working to standards are skills that you can now transfer to the workplace and become a good employee with a team spirit and all that. So if it is something that is worth doing, please do it with everything you've got. I wish you success in your career journey as you make progress. I hope these few points have been able to help you in understanding what career path really looks like, and then to help you also make decisions in finding what you genuinely love. If you did, please smash the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Is there a pressing career challenge that you have that you feel we need to talk about? Especially as the fact that you don't see most people that understand your perspective and are Africans talking about it, and you would want me to lend a voice to it and make a research on it and talk about it. Please just drop it in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Love you. Have a wonderful day.